What's up, collectors? Welcome back to Films by Color. We're back, and we're here again with another episode of the Physical Media Rundown every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on the channel. We talk about all the new Blu-ray and 4K releases that are coming out for the week, and anything else that the live audience wants to talk about, film-related, physical media relation, and collecting. We're talking all things physical media and collecting this evening. We're finally back. Well, finally, I say finally. We only missed 1 week. We took 1 week off last week. I've been out of town. First of all, I was out of town, took the family to Disney World. Was a lot of fun, but I got sick on the ride home, and I completely lost my voice. I had no voice last Monday, so we couldn't do the show last week, which was unfortunate, but we're back, and we've got some more Blu-rays and 4Ks to talk about. We're in the month of March, the first week of March, so let's go ahead and jump right into the new releases. I can't wait to talk to you guys. I missed you last week. I hope you guys missed the show. And I hope you're excited to talk about some movies tonight. We've already got quite a few people here in the chat. I'll give some shout outs here. I love that you guys were talking before the show. You guys were already talking. Carrie Witt is here. Robert Rogers is here. Michael Smith is here. Henry is here. Evil Wax is here. SLC. Good to see you, Sean. Your friend Mr. Jones is here. He says, hey, Disc Gang. I'll take it. We still don't have a name for this group. But Disc Gang, we'll go with that for tonight, at least for tonight. Jeffrey Patron is in the chat. Brent, good buddy Brent, how you doing? Patrick Williams, what's up, DJ? Walmart has in stock Den of Thieves 4K and Gladiator II 4K. Interesting. We're going to talk about both of those tonight, so don't get ahead of us there, Patrick. Sheldon is here as well. Insomniac, lots of folks here tonight. Tony H, Daniel Banks, McDoodley is here, Jason Brewer, and Jason X350Z. Two Jasons right in a row there. All right, well, you guys know the drill. We're going to talk about all the new releases. Feel free to throw any comments or conversation starters, topics of conversation, questions for me in the chat. I'm going to get to as many of those as I can as we go through this list. We should have a little bit of extra time for Q&A tonight because it is a smaller week. We do have some big releases from Criterion, some Steelbook 4Ks, some new release 4Ks, a lot of stuff to talk about. But like I said, I'm going to try to get to as many comments in the chat as you want. And as always, feel free. You can throw in a super chat if you'd like to. And I'll do a backflip for every super chat that comes in. No, I should do something though, because a lot of people do. Ken from Ken from Mid-Level Media, I saw he does clips. Every time someone gives a super chat, he does like a little movie clip. That's pretty cool. I should maybe do that. I'd have to be proactive and actually hunt down some clips in order to do that and risk copyright. I don't know. Let me know if that gives you copyright, Ken. But anyway, we're going to talk about some movies. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Alden Tuttle says, I went live last night and it felt especially amazing. And I watched Good Morning Vietnam. Sweet. Well, I'm glad. Going live is great. I never thought I would like it, but it's a lot of fun. It's like I don't know. It's like a little energy boost at the beginning of the week. It's like a little caffeine high. No caffeine in here. This is just water. But I enjoy talking to you guys. It's always a good time. And we're going to talk about some new releases here. We've got Gladiator II getting a 4K release. Like we said, like was already teased in the chat. March 4th, here we are, 2025. All these titles are coming out tomorrow. And Gladiator 2, the first one on the list. It is coming out from Paramount Pictures. It is a 4K Blu-ray and a digital HD. There it is. There's the 4K. It's got a nice slipcover. I didn't hear the best things about this movie. Let me know if you're a defender of this film in the chat. I heard it was not great, unfortunately. I haven't seen it yet. I missed a lot of movies from last year. But speaking of, last night was the Oscars. We had a couple friends over. John came over, friend of the channel, and Sharon, Miss Sharon from the live chat came with John. So if you see her in the chat, I don't think they're going to be in the chat tonight. I think they're going to see a movie, but we had a little Oscar party, and it was a lot of fun. Got to watch that with those guys. Gladiator 2, nowhere in sight on the Oscar list, unfortunately. But you got a Blu-ray, you got a 4K, you got a digital code, you got a slipcover. What more could you want? What more could you want? 2024 film, there it is. And if you don't like slipcovers and you like hard pieces of metal, you can get a Steelbook version of it with the same discs, same exact discs, but it's got a Steelbook. It's got no banners on the front. It's got no title on the front. It's just a picture of this guy in his skirt with his swords, all three discs in there, and a screenshot from the movie. kind of a weak Steelbook if you're not. I mean, look at that. It just has words on the back, just 3 words: strength and honor. Not a lot of effort put into that one, but who knows? Maybe it looks better in hand. I haven't seen it in hand. You can get it for $35 on Amazon right now, so it's marked down a little bit from the outrageous $60 price. Geez, Paramount, what are you, Disney? But there's the first one. We've already got the first one off. Oh, Sharon is in the chat. Welcome, Sharon. We've got Sam Smith popping up in the chat as well. Gabriel Perez, Evil Wax, Patrick Williams. Yeah, a lot of cool folks. I can't wait to talk to you guys. But first, we got to talk Criterion. We got a Criterion this week. The Wages of Fear, getting a 4K release, 1953 film, directed by Henri Jacques Clouseau, who you might know from Diabolique. Diabolique is a great film, French director. I love Diabolique. I haven't seen Wages of Fear yet, though, but I've heard amazing things. I've heard it's even better. I've heard great things about this film. I like the new artwork on the Criterion 4K. Love when they give me another reason besides the 4K to pick it up. There you go. There's the artwork on that one. I think I do have the Blu-ray for this one, so I don't know if I'm going to upgrade this one or not. We'll see. Let me know in the chat if it's definitely worth picking up. Michael Smith already mentioned the BFI version looks better. Yes, the BFI's been giving Criterion a run for their money. They've been releasing a lot of things, a lot of 4Ks around the exact same time as Criterion has. I actually think I might go with the Paris, Texas 4K. That's not BFI, excuse me. There's a lot of British labels that are putting out releases at the same time. I think it's Curzon that put out the Paris, Texas 4K. This one, though, coming out from BFI and also Criterion at the same time. There you go. It's a 4K upgrade. You know the drill. Same thing from Criterion. And then let's see. Let's crank out 2 more. We'll do one more. We'll do one more, and then I'll talk to you guys in the chat. We've got Akira, classic anime film from 1988. I'll show you the artwork first. Look at this. It's a Steelbook re-release, 4K Ultra HD of Akira. Always, you got to go with the red. They made a good choice with this one. You have to go red with Akira. That's striking poster. I don't think that's not the poster, but I'm just saying the original poster was red as well. And there's the back. So you got brand new artwork for both sides of the Steelbook. Looks pretty good. I wouldn't mind having that back there in the red section on my shelf. And that is a 4K Blu-ray combo pack. Doesn't look like it includes a digital copy, but you've at least got both disc formats. And that's on sale right now on Amazon for $28, which is pretty good. Pretty good. That's way cheaper than Disney or the Paramount. I mean, even the Paramount we just saw was like $60 list price. And I'm pretty sure Akira is a much better movie than Gladiator II. Haven't seen them. I guess I don't have a say, but from what I've heard, it's a much better film. But there you go. Akira getting a 4K upgrade from Crunchyroll. Awesome. Great to see. A lot of diverse picks coming up this week. We're about to get into some real weird new releases that are coming out, but let's see what people are saying in the chat. I'm going to scroll back up here a little bit. Yes, good. Okay, no super chats yet. No backflips yet. Michael Smith, the BFI version looks better. That is what I just read. Then we've got Miss Sharon. John's here too, but his hands are busy with cookies. It's always the way. That is always the way. Dude loves cookies. Dude brought macaroons to the house last night, and I'm sure that's probably what he's eating right now. He did take them with him. Dan Zen says The Wages of Fear is good, and I had a great time seeing it on the big screen several years ago, but I prefer Sorcerer. Ooh, controversial opinion there. No, I've heard people say that before. Sorcerer is, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think it's a remake. I think it's just another adaptation of the same source material. I think. Much later, in like the 70s or 80s? 80s maybe? That's what I think. But who knows? I'm wrong all the time. SLC, Fantastic Wages of Fear gets the 4K upgrade, one of the greats. Your friend Mr. Jones loved The Wages of Fear and the remake Sorcerer. And then Carrie Witt says, yes, is it a crime to like Sorcerer more than... Wow, so a lot of people weighing in love Sorcerer more than Wages of Fear. Interesting. No Border says, I got the BFI, Dolby Vision, better encode, and I have the Criterion Blue, so new supplements. Interesting. So you got both. Yeah, you don't need the 4K from Criterion. That's kind of been a bummer for Criterion lately. They keep getting the rights back to movies and doing the 4Ks after other studios do them. It's been happening several times recently with Kino Lorber, because Kino Lorber took a bunch of theirs and made 4Ks, and people in my comments have been saying, I don't need this 4K upgrade, I already got the Kino Lorber. So that's a bummer, because I like Criterion, I like to support them, but yeah, they've been getting their rights taken away. Now that sounded weird. They're copyrights, studio rights. Swifty Police. It's nice to see Martinez celebrating his Irish heritage. No, I have no Irish in me. My wife, though, is like 97.9% Irish. She's super Irish. I have like no Irish, I don't think. I am mostly Italian and a little bit of Hungarian, and I've got a lot of Native American in me from my dad's side, but no Irish, unfortunately. But it's March, man. It's March. You got to represent. You got to watch the Martin McDonagh films. You got to watch... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to watch as many Irish films this year as we did last year, because we watched a bunch last year, but we'll see. We'll see. I do enjoy me a good Irish film. Let's see. Evil Wax. I didn't realize that Sorcerer was a remake of Wages of Fear. Yeah, there you go. Alden Tuttle's talking about Den of Thieves. Hold on, Alden. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Don't get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me now. A couple more comments here, but I'm going to jump back. Alden's restless. Most other people are probably restless as well, so let's get back to it. Red One, getting a 4K. Red One, anyone care? Anybody care? No? Should we skip it? It's Red One. It's a Christmas film. It is the 17th film in the Rock cinematic universe, where he plays I don't know, how do you describe this character in all of his movies? Kind of a douchey, big, well, he's got two of them in this one. Look at this. No Ryan Reynolds in this one. Instead, we've got Chris Evans filling in the Ryan Reynolds role, and we've got J.K. Simmons as Santa Claus. This might be a lovely film. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I didn't hear great things about it. It seemed like another big budget, kind of generic action movie. It's got a polar bear. It's got all kinds of Christmas stuff. I love Christmas. I can watch a silly Christmas movie. Had no interest in this, though. Maybe I missed a good one. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. We'll see what people have to say about this. There's reindeer. There's a snowmobile. I don't know. Lucy Liu? Anyone? Anyone? Nobody wants this movie, but it's a 4K and a digital. Didn't even shell out for a Blu-ray in this one. They couldn't be bothered. And it's $30. Why is it $30 on Amazon? That's the deal. That's 15% off, and it's still $30. But anyway, it's got a slipcover. They at least gave it a slipcover. Warner Brothers. That, I feel like they lost a lot of money on the movie. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it made money. Speaking of losing a lot of money, we've got Kraven the Hunter getting a 4K Steelbook from Sony Pictures. This Sony Pictures will not let this franchise die. And maybe this was the last straw. I feel like it was. This is Aaron Taylor Johnson, Kraven the Hunter. It's an okay steelbook. It looks like a really fat steelbook. Is that just the artwork? Why does it look so big? There's no way it's that big. It must just be a standard steelbook. But it's all three formats. It's a Blu-ray. It's a 4K. It's a digital. There's the back of it. You're just, wow, that looks. Yes, I have not seen this one either. I don't want to disparage films that I haven't seen, but I am not going to pay $65 for the Kraven the Hunter Steelbook. I'm not even going to pay $49 for the markdown price on Amazon for the Kraven the Hunter Steelbook. But let me know in the comments if you enjoyed that one. Wow, we are 2 for 2 here. Let's get something else. Den of Thieves, another Steelbook. We've already talked about it in the chat. People very excited about this one. Den of Thieves 2-film collection. A double feature 4K release from Lionsgate Limited. Lionsgate Limited is cranking these out. They have been putting out, I feel like we've been talking about these almost every other week. Lionsgate Films. This is a 4K Blu-ray and digital of both films, Den of Thieves and Den of Thieves 2 from 2018 and 2025. Here's the artwork on that one. Look at that. So the first Steelbook, Den of Thieves right there. You got the nice green Steelbook. And then over here you got the blue for Den of Thieves 2. Great Steelbooks. Great Steelbooks. I don't know about the films, but the Steelbooks look good, and they come in this nice little slipcover. Lionsgate Limited slipcover with a little vault. I'm guessing these are heist films. I'm assuming these are heist films. But there you go. Both packed into one extra thick slipcover, and that's pretty cool. I gotta hand it to Lionsgate's Limited. I mean, they don't always pick the best films, Not talking about these ones. I'm just saying in general. But and they actually put one out last week that we missed. I think Forbidden Kingdom came out last week. But here we go. The packaging, you can't deny the packaging on those is always amazing. That's from Lionsgate Limited. Check that out on their website. You're not going to be able to find that anywhere else. No Amazon links for that one. And then we've also got Kraven the Hunter on just your standard 4K with no slipcover, just in your 4K case with Aaron Taylor Johnson's amber brown eyes just staring right at you there. Bare knuckle action was all they could pull from the archives to sell that one. Bare knuckle action, that's true. He doesn't wear gloves, but he does wear a nice fur vest, and I mean that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Sorry, Aaron Taylor, you've been having a rough couple of years, man. I hope you get back on your feet. Let's see what people are saying in the comments. Anyone? Any defenders of these films? Am I out of line here? Let me know. What do we got? Let me scroll back up. Sam Smith, The Secret of Rowan of Inish. The Secret of Rowan Inish for Irish films. Trust me, one of my favorite folklore films of all time. Dude, that has been on my list for forever, and I should finally get to it. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere or if I should just buy the Blu-ray. But yes, just because you said that, I'm going to buy that this month. I'm going to look for it on eBay. I'm going to find it because that's one I saw the trailer for that like when I was a kid, I think, and it was weird and it kind of creeped me out, but it looked cool. And now all these years later, it's still stuck with me. So I definitely want to check that one out. Dan's Den says Red 1, the start of the Santa Claus cinematic universe. Pass. Red 1 was a 2-star streamer, says 5Cuba5 Steve. We've got Dan's Den, Kraven robbed of Best Picture. Kraven also not mentioned at all on the show last night. Ethan Edwards, I got the Criterion 4K of No Country for Old Men for $18. I just don't ignore that. $18 is all you need to know. He got it for $18. I saw that come through on Reddit. There was like a glitch or something, and it dropped down to $18 for the 4K of the Criterion. And it was great. I didn't do it, though, but I saw it on Reddit after the fact, and a lot of people were able to snag it for $18. You must have notifications turned on, Ethan, because you were able to snatch that. Dan Stan also says Red 1 was a hit for Amazon on streaming, so it made money. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad that it made money for Amazon. Why So Bluetooth watched the Den of Thieves collection yesterday, and they're great releases. Epic 4Ks. Well, good. I'm glad to know Lionsgate is still doing some great stuff. I think, those are only on Lionsgate Limited, so I'm not going to find those in Walmart. Maybe? I don't think so. I think they're keeping those in-house. Patrick Williams, Walmart has Red 1 4K in stock, but I skipped it because it is on Prime Video for free. There you go. Plus, it's not Christmas. Who's going to watch a Christmas action movie in like March? That doesn't make any sense. You got to watch Irish movies. I was so excited for Kraven. Always liked his character hunting Spider-Man, but looks like they went sideways. They're going some way with those movies. Nowhere near Spider-Man. But no, I like Kraven too. I like Kraven. If they do like a Kraven Last Hunt, or like a first appearance where he like shows up with Chameleon of all people. I just read that comic to my kids from the 60s, original Stan Lee run with Steve Ditko. It's great. And my kids loved it, but I don't think the film resembles that at all. We've got, Brent says, there must be a 200-page booklet in that Kraven Hunter Steelbook. Yeah, it looks super thick. I don't know if it's just a distortion from the image, but it looks huge. Let's see, Carrie Witt. Also, DJ, you should mention Lionsgate Limited is announcing new titles tomorrow. I should mention that. I didn't know that. I didn't know they were doing like big announcement updates these days. They're dropping so many titles they have announcements now. Well, stay tuned for that. Not on this channel, but stay tuned for wherever you get your Lionsgate Limited news. Let's see, Carrie. Oh man. Sam Smith says there's no Blu-ray. Ah, man. Well, I'll have to watch it somewhere. Hopefully it's online somewhere. Ethan says, I second Secret of Rowan-ish, one of John Sayles' best films. Well, there we go. 2 recommendations for that film. Now I have to watch it. No Blu-ray, though, unfortunately. Oh, No Borders is already spoiling the announcement. He says Basic Instinct and King of New York are what Lionsgate is dropping tomorrow. Well, there you go. Now you don't have to stay tuned. You already know. Henry also says Rowan-ish is terrific, an excellent score, and I'm not a score person. Well, there you go. Well, if you're not a score person, I don't know if I should take that seriously, but I'm sure it is a great score. And I thank you for the third recommendation on that. I really have to get my hands on this movie. And Bailey Walsh, 4. We're up to 4. This is just going to be the show. Everybody piling on and making fun of me for not having seen this film. No, I want to. You know, what was the big Irish movie we watched last year? The kind of little smaller film that was about, what was it? It's like a group of friends, like elderly men that are a group of friends. One of them dies, and then they all get together and go on like a crazy adventure. That was a good movie. What was it called? That also doesn't have a Blu-ray, but we really enjoyed that last year. I can't remember the name of it. I know you guys will let me know. Jason, I missed the Amazon No Country deal, but Walmart had the same price, so I ordered from there. Well, there you go. And Insomniac also picked up the 4K Criterion of No Country for Old Men for $18 as well. Wow. You guys are killing it. I'm going to have to wait until we get a Criterion, which we should be getting soon. Should we not? Am I crazy? It's March. We should be getting a 50% off flash sale here pretty soon. What's the deal, Criterion? You're late. Aren't they late? Isn't it usually like March 1st, February 28th or something like that? Oh, well. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll see in the next couple days. We've got another 4K, Paddington II on 4K. Is this a re-release? This has got to be a re-release because it's pretty far down the list. But Warner Brothers is putting out a 4K of Paddington 2. I don't have this film on 4K. I do have it on Blu-ray. Let me know you guys' thoughts on the Paddington films. We haven't talked about those yet on the channel, and they're great. They're great. I don't think I'm as high on them as I don't know. It feels like they're like really, really beloved. I like them. They're great. Especially the second one is really, really good. I haven't rewatched it though. I've only seen it once, and I'm sure I will rewatch it eventually with the kids. So maybe I should pick up this 4K. I don't know. I have the Blu-ray of it, and I have the Blu-ray of the first one. That might be good enough. But look at that cast. Look at that cast. Great cast. Delightful film. Same director. Yeah, Paul King. Paul King, who just did Wonka. I don't know what he's doing next. But there we go. Paddington 2 getting a 4K release from Warner Brothers. And then if you don't want to spend the $60 on the big giant steelbook of Den of Thieves 2, maybe you already have Den of Thieves, you can get the Den of Thieves 2 4K by itself from Lionsgate Films on Amazon or in Walmart or wherever you want to get your physical media these days. And there it is. It is a perfectly acceptable 4K standard edition release. There you go. That's what you're going to get if you want to get the standard edition. If you want to save, well, you're not even saving that much. It's $30 all by itself. So I guess if you don't have the first one, the Steelbook might make sense to get both of them. But there you go. Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. Getting a 4K Blu-ray combo pack. Is that Russell Crowe? I really need to look up what this movie's about. But I don't want to spoil it. I haven't seen the first one yet, so I don't want to read the synopsis of the second one. But it's an action crime film. You kind of can tell. I mean, the cover gives it away. So that's another version if you don't want to get the big Lionsgate Limited. If you're putting your foot down on this whole $60 Steelbook craze that's been happening, there you go. Support the standard edition. That's also available to you. And then we've got a few more rows here of stuff to get into. You've also got a Blu-ray, of course, of everything we've talked about so far. Den of Thieves 2 on Blu-ray, Wages of Fear from Criterion on Blu-ray. We don't need to reiterate that. You guys know that. If there's a 4K coming out of a big major studio release, there's probably a Blu-ray coming out as well. But who knows how much longer that'll happen? I don't know. We'll see. We might just go 4K DVD. It doesn't seem like Blu-rays are selling that well. We got Figure Out Films in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hey, DJ, speaking of 4Ks, I saw Arrow just dropped Cruising from Friedkin. Watched the Blu-ray the other night. Wonder if it's worth the double dip. Don't tempt me. I don't know. I don't have the 4K. I don't have any deals with Arrow. I don't get Arrow 4Ks. But I do have the Blu-ray. So it would be interesting to see if it's worth a 4K of that or not. I'm sure it's great. I think Arrow does good upgrades. Let me know in the chat, though, if you've seen that. Let Figure Out Films know if it's worth a double dip. He seems like he's on the fence. He seems like he won't be that hard to convince. He's right there, so let him know. Dan's Den, Paddington 2 is fitting, given I just saw Peru. Yeah, how was that one? Different director. Is it still as good? Or is it still good? Let me know, Dan. You can't just tease us like that. MG, Criterion did a small flash sale on just 4K, and I think it was 30% off recently. Yeah, they do those 30% off sales pretty often, I feel like. It feels like they do, but they usually do a 50% off around this time, so hopefully they do that. in the next couple days. Maybe I'll grab a couple things. Carrie Witt, Paddington films are really good. Jason X, Paddington films are wonderful. So we're all on the same page. Michael Smith, the flash sales are only 24 hours, and they have several good ones coming out this month. So I'm guessing it won't be until later in the month. Okay, you think they're holding off so you can grab those March releases, later March releases? That makes sense. We'll see. We'll see when it happens. I know it's coming, though. Evil Wax says we should have had the flash sale last week. Apparently, they're typically either in February or March. That's what I thought. I was looking back at my order histories, and it was like end of February, early March. So I don't know what the holdup is this year. We'll see. Your friend, Mr. Jones, great show. I have to get back to work. I'll catch up with the video replay tomorrow. Have fun, disc junkies. Disc junkies. There we go. Very close to disc jockeys, though. Although disc junkies works with my name because it's DJ. That's kind of nice. I'll take it under consideration. Sheldon Emberley. The Paddington movies are fun. How many adjectives can we describe the Paddington movies with? Let's see if we can keep that going. No Borders. CC subscribers get a Criterion coupon the week before the flash sale happens. Haven't got it yet, so not this week. That's true. Criterion channel subscribers do get a little bump, and that hasn't happened. So I guess we know. We know it's not happening this week. Michael Smith, Butler looks like he ate Russell Crowe. Was that Gerard Butler? Oh yeah, he is. There he is. There he is. Hey. We all get a little older. We all put on a little weight. Let's not fat shame Gerard Butler. Prisms Collection Corner. I picked up the Criterion of The Princess Bride at Half Price Books for $20. Also, what are some family films in the Criterion Collection? I heard The Black Stallion. I won at some point. Interesting. First of all, did you get the Princess Bride 4K for $20 or the Blu-ray for $20? Either way, $20 is good price for the Blu-ray because that's the sale price. But if you got the 4K, even better. So congrats if that's what you got. Family films in the Criterion Collection. I'll just recommend some that my kids love. You got to go all the way back to the beginning. You got to go first, Charlie Chaplin with The Kid. Wonderful movie to watch with your kids. I showed that to my son pretty early. I don't think I've showed it to my daughter yet, but if you got kids like around, 2, 3, perfect age for silent films because it's all visual and they can't read anyway. And there's not a lot of, especially Charlie Chaplin, especially like the silent comedians, there's not a lot of intertitles. And you kind of can just get the story just from the visuals. You don't really need to be able to read. So I recommend The Kid. I recommend Circus. The Circus is my kid's favorite Charlie Chaplin film. I also recommend The Gold Rush. It depends. There's one fight scene in The Gold Rush that involves a gun, so there's a little bit of violence. So watch at your own discretion. Show your kids at your own discretion. But The Circus and The Kid are fine. I also recommend some Harold Lloyd, specifically like Safety Last. I showed my son Safety Last in the theater. We got to see that at the Strand. That was great. Also, Speedy. Speedy is my son's favorite Harold Lloyd film. That's a great one. And then moving away from silent films, you've got, what are some family films in the collection? Donkey Skin is one that my daughter loves. It is a Jacques Demy musical from 1970. It's just a romance. It's a fairy tale. So and again, in a different language, but very visual, so your kids can follow it. What else is in the collection? Moonrise Kingdom is a family film that you could show like older kids. It's PG. So maybe if you have like 11, 12-year-olds, you could show them Moonrise Kingdom. Black Stallion, you already mentioned. That's a good one. This is a very, I love this topic, so I'm trying to really give a good answer. I can't really think of, I know I'm leaving a bunch off. Jacques Demy. Okay, I'm going to give one more recommendation. Jacques Tati. I already recommend Jacques Demy. Jacques Tati, specifically Monsieur Hulot's Holiday, is a wonderful film. We kind of watch that. That's kind of a tradition in this house. We watch that every summer with the kids. Another one you can show really young kids and they'll think it's hilarious because his comedy is mostly slapstick and visual and it translates to all ages. So check out Monsieur Hulot's Holiday. Maybe you could show them Mon Oncle, but there's a lot. That's a lot. I would stick with maybe Monsieur Hulot's Holiday because it's for smaller kids. As they get older, you can show them Mon Oncle. They're going to need a little bit more patience for Mon Oncle and especially playtime, which is very long. But that first film is great. The first, and maybe even his first. I stick with the Monsieur Hulot films because Although I really like his first film, but it's a little different. It's a little slower. But anyway, there's a lot of great stuff. Not enough. Not enough, though. They need to put more family films out in the collection. What else? Cruising 4K set is great. One of the best releases of the year, says Why So BlueTube. Evil Wax, I have a huge backlog of Criterions that have come out since November, so I need that flash sale to happen stat. Same. I need to do the same thing, though. I need to go through and make a list. I haven't done it yet, so I'm kind of glad that Criterion's a little bit behind, because I got to catch up. But anyway, let's jump to it. Let's jump back to it. Kino Lorber. Can't do one of these shows without talking about Kino Lorber a little bit. We've got a film noir set, Dark Side of Cinema number 24. We're all the way up to 24 with these box sets. Sorry if you're collecting all of these. It's probably taking up so much room in your collection. But they're nice sets. They're nice. I mean, they're cool. They're nice little slipcover, nice little slipcase with 3 films in each. This one includes Union Station. Oh, starring William Holden. What a great guy. He's in, what is he? I just watched a noir with him in November. I can't remember what it's called. Asphalt Jungle? Is that the one? I think that's the one. Jennifer is also in this set. And then we've got The Crooked Circle. Look at that. You got to love boxing noirs. There's a bunch of boxing noirs. And there's one right there. So we've got a 1950 to 1957, 3 films, Union Station, Jennifer, and The Crooked Circle. What are the directors on these? Nobody I recognize right off the bat. But there you go. If you're a big film noir fan, those Kino Lorber sets are great. Some lesser known films. I don't want to say little known, but lesser known films. And they're great. And they're on sale right now, $34 on Amazon if you want to pick that one up. Or you can buy it from Kino Lorber. I'm sure they're having a sale in the next couple of weeks. Seems like they have a sale every other week. And then we've got Ghost Cat Anzu coming out from Shout Factory through GKids. No idea what this is. Obviously an anime film. Ghost Cat, let's see. Karen, 11 years old, is abandoned by her father at her grandfather's house, the monk of a small town in the Japanese countryside. Her grandfather asks Anzu, his jovial and helpful, although rather capricious, ghost cat, as you do, to look after her. The meeting of their strong characters causes sparks, at least at the beginning. What is this? Why does this look so normal? And then there's just this going on as well. Let's look at the overview. Anything? Nope. Just the case. Well, there you go. That looks absolutely bananas. There's some green monster cavemen in the back, and I have no words. 2024 film from GKids. $13.50 on Amazon right now. I can't beat it. What a steal. Count of Monte Cristo, the French version from last year, 2024, is getting a Blu-ray release from Samuel Goldwyn Films. I didn't realize they did an adaptation of this last year, but it did pretty good. Look at this. 2024 official selection. Interesting. I might be interested in this. I don't like that they have to stamp certified fresh on the front of it. That's not great, but whatever you got to do to sell it. I didn't even know it was happening, so I can't complain about the marketing. And that's coming out from Samuel Goldwyn tomorrow. So there you go. If you didn't know about that, now you do. And then we've got one. Oh wow, we got an Arrow release. Interesting. We'll jump back. I want to talk to you guys a little bit more because I've been rambling. Let me scroll back up. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Yes, I was hoping you would come in because I was not thinking clearly. We've got Buster Keaton. So SLC recommends Buster Keaton's The Cameraman. It's got a sidekick monkey the kids will love. It does have a sidekick monkey, and he's great, and I second that. Also has some gunfights at the end. There's a little bit of a gangster brawl at the end of that movie, but it's pretty comical. It doesn't get very serious, and there is a monkey. So I second that recommendation. Thank you, SLC. Can't believe I forgot that one. I just watched that for the first time last year too. Let's see. Michael Smith. Anyone seen Julian Donkey Boy? Thinking of giving that a look-see. I have not. Hopefully someone else can help you with that. Ethan says Wall-E, of course. Well, I'm sure the commenter has already seen Wall-E, but yes, that is now in the collection, and it's a great family film. FM Decoder. Incest themes all over donkey skin, but still really good, lol. Yeah, that's why, at that age, they don't even know it. That's why it's a fairy tale, because it's just, like something you would tell your little daughter. Why so Bluetooth? DJ, from your episode 2 weeks ago, you talked about Blancanieves, the Cohen Media BD, and then I just lost it. So let me go over here. I snagged the 3-disc Spanish BD with the book for $25 shipped. Amazing deal. I hope you love it. It's an incredible movie. It is a fairy tale. It's an adaptation of Snow White, but it takes place in like the 20s in, I think, Spain, and it follows like a little like performing theater troupe. And there's like some bullfighting in it. It's got some beautiful visuals. It is a throwback. It's a silent film. It's made to be like a silent film, even though it was made in like 2006 or something. It was made in the 2000s, but it is shot in black and white, beautifully shot in black and white, and it's got intertitles and everything. It's wonderful. I loved it. I need to rewatch that. But yeah, I'm glad you found a copy. Bailey Walsh, Fantastic Mr. Fox, again, older, around Moonrise Kingdom age, like 10 or 11. Throw Fantastic Mr. Fox in there. That's great. Great call out. Figure out films. Call me crazy, but I think Godzilla vs. Megalon and Ibira, Horror of the Deep, works as a kid/family movies. Funny, silly, good story, and like a Saturday morning cartoon. Yeah, I've showed... Well, I haven't showed them too many Godzilla movies. I'm waiting until they're a little bit older, but I do need to pick up that set. I still don't have it. So I can't recommend them because I've only seen the first one. I've only seen the first Godzilla movie, I know. Shame. Shame on me. But hopefully I can get that set at some point. Henry, I highly recommend the excellent PBS series from Joseph Campbell and Bill Moyers, The Power of Myth. We're about to get to it. That's next on the list, Henry. You're getting ahead of me, but yes. I'm glad that it's right here. You know, let's go ahead and do it. He's already teed it up. The Power of Myth from Film Movement, getting a Blu-ray, and it's a PBS documentary. Look at this, fascinating, compelling, with interesting. No, I actually saw a post about this in my feed this week. I didn't realize this was new though. I thought when they were posting about it, it was something old. There's no synopsis, Henry, so you're gonna have to let me know what it's about. But is it about myths and folklore? Because this sounds interesting. A groundbreaking 6-part series as seen on PBS. Interesting. Well, I'll have to do further research on that one. It's a documentary miniseries coming out from Film Movement. So there you go. Internet user, there are now as many Dark Side of Cinema box sets as there are hours in a day. That's true. That's true. Thank you, internet user. You're making us think. Michael Smith, I think Kino Lorber is seriously stretching the parameters for film noir. Is there a night scene? It's in. Asphalt Jungle is Sterling Hayden, not William Holden. Still great. Thank you. Excuse me. I was confusing my Haydens and my Holdens. Sam Smith was really excited about Anzu, but heard it wasn't very good. Oh, well, hopefully you heard wrong. Hopefully it's good. Dan Sten says, I've heard of Ghost Dog, but not Ghost Cat. Get out of here. Sam Smith says that was my wife's favorite film of the year. Count of Monte Cristo. LOL. Oh, well, there you go. Look at this. This is why I like having a big group. We got a big catch-all group here. Everybody's seen something, and we can share it. So share your thoughts in the comments. Carrie Witt says Count of Monte Cristo from last year is excellent. Big fan, Carrie Witt. Prisms. Let me rephrase that. I'm not a parent. I just like the non-R-rated stuff, which Criterion focuses on a lot. LOL. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah. I would focus on, anything before the 70s, you'd probably enjoy. I don't think there's any, like, R-rated stuff before that. Maybe. Well, Diabolique. I don't know if Diaboliques are. I love 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s films, especially 60s films. So, yeah, stay in that genre. There's some great stuff in Criterion. Baloney. Frank Tarzi from Kino Lorber says they're shooting for the next big sale to start on the last Thursday in March. See, there you go. Already another sale coming up in March. So just hold on to your wallets until then. Why so Bluetooth? As far as the Basic Instinct Lionsgate limited release go, it's going to be a Studio Canal port over, but it will include the Stereo Theatrical 2.0 soundtrack for the first time since the Laserdisc. Wow, Lionsgate Limited stepping it up with their releases. Jeffrey Patron, I got a VHS of Union Station when I visited Videodrome with you and John. Also, was the William Holden noir you were thinking of Double Indemnity? Maybe, no, we actually watched that before November. We watched that a little bit before, but I have seen that. And I don't know if that's what I don't think that's what I was thinking of, but that's a good one, obviously. Everyone's heard of that one. Sam Smith, The Power of Myth is goated. Been waiting for this forever. Okay, so it's an old, so that's what I thought. I thought it was an older series, but it's getting a release. I don't know anything about this apparently, but if Sam Smith likes it, he has myth in his name, so you gotta trust him on this one. He says, DJ, it is the text on myths. Excited for you to discover it. Well, there we go. I'm gonna add it to the Amazon wish list. I gotta trust Sam on that one. Carrie Witt, I'm intrigued by The Power of Myth. Internet user, The Power of Organizing, Films by Color. Hey, don't tempt me. I'll make a documentary. I could talk about organizing forever. I try not to do it on this channel because I don't want to bore people to tears, but I could do it. Oh, thank you, Benris. Thank you so much. Yes, duh. How about the red balloon for kids? Yes, 100 times yes. That's the first thing in the collection you should show your kids is the red balloon. Perfect. It's only 30 minutes. Perfect for kids with shorter attention spans. It's great. Wonderful. Start them on shorts, animated shorts, early animated shorts, and then move right on to the red balloon. Even White Mane. Oh, the whole box set from that whole box set that came out last year is great. Highly recommend it. Red Balloon's the best though. And of course you got Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio that came out at the same time. So yeah, there's a bunch of family stuff in the collection. I don't know this name, so welcome to the stream if it's your first time. Aksha Dimaru? I picked up Punch Drunk Love and In Bruges on DVD. What do you think? I think that In Bruges is an amazing film. I just got the 4K in December, and I just watched it in January with my wife, and it's one of our favorite movies, one of our favorite directors. It's great. It might be, I don't know. In Bruges, it's either In Bruges or Banshees of Inisherin is my favorite Martin McDonagh film. It's tough. I think it's probably Banshees. I think it's going to remain Banshees, but In Bruges it's giving it a run for its money. It's really, really good. I loved it. And I haven't seen Punch Drunk Love yet. That's going to be on my short list for 4Ks from Criterion this year. But I'm glad you found it. That's pretty cool. I don't know where you picked it up from, but that's pretty cool. I like it. Carrie Witt, if the Basic Instinct Steelbook art doesn't have a clever slipcase with a nice pick, I will be disappointed. They got to do that. I mean, they've been doing great. Have you seen the Mark Wahlberg one? They kind of stole my idea for the Mark Wahlberg one. Remember when I did the Lionsgate Steelbook video with John and I wanted to do the 50-50 Steelbook where he shaves his hair and his hair comes off? They've already done that now with the Mark Wahlberg film. So I guess I'll never get my 50-50 Lionsgate Steelbook, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Michael Smith, 6-year-old running through the city alone. That's an older release. Yeah, but it's beautiful. He's talking about Red Balloon. It's great. It's so good. It's the director's son too. All right, let's get back. Let's finish this up. I'm enjoying talking to you guys, but we should do what we're here to do, and then we'll talk about stuff in a minute. We're going back to Play It Cool. Arrow Video is releasing Play It Cool. I don't know why it's so far down the list. This is an Arrow Video release with a slip. It's a limited edition release. It's got a slipcover and art cards. There's the cover of that one. It's a Japanese film, so I don't know. Maybe it's not as popular as Arrow's other releases, but it's a crime drama with a little bit of action. I'm actually going to read the synopsis because I'm not familiar with this one. 1970. The Japanese melodrama chronicles the exploits of a geisha's beautiful daughter. The daughter is the geisha's pride, and she spares nothing to ensure that she has a bright future. But the hardworking young woman's dream of becoming a dressmaker are shattered. She then becomes a nightclub hostess who plays cards with male patrons using her body as the prize. So it doesn't sound like an upper. It sounds like it may be a bit of a downer, but maybe it's great. Maybe it's great. It sounds like a little bit outside of the box for Arrow. Arrow Video doesn't sound like a quintessential Arrow release, but hey, it's probably pretty good. 1970, Play It Cool, getting a Blu-ray only from Arrow Video. Snatch that one up in the next sale, maybe. Then we'll just run down some quick, we got a Blu-ray of Kraven the Hunter, we got a Blu-ray of Red 1, everything we talked about earlier. I'm going to quickly do some more Kino Lorbers here. We've got Peril and Distress, Endless Night, and Picture Mommy Dead, 2 4K and Blu-ray combo packs for 2 films. It's a double feature, 1966 and 1972. There's the cover on that one. There's Endless Night over there. Agatha Christie's story. And there is Picture Mommy Dead. Great posters. You never deny these original posters. Kino Lorber does it right. They always put the original posters on these. There's the slipcover right there. 4K Ultra HD. I love that they're almost basically across the board sticking with 4K Ultra HDs if they're going to give them the slipcover treatment. Those are horror, mystery, thriller, crime films. A little double feature. Are they directed by the same person? Why are they combining these? No, they're not. Different directors. I guess it's just a theme they're doing. 60s and 70s horror films. They're also releasing Rose on Blu-ray through the Cohen Media Group name. Someone actually mentioned Cohen Media Group earlier. You can get their stuff off Kino Lorber's website. This is a Blu-ray of Rose from 2021. Cohen Media Group usually, not always, but oftentimes they put out like newer releases, recent release movies. This is from 2021. Rose, 78, has just lost her most beloved husband. When her grief gives way to a powerful impulse of life that makes her realize that she can still redeem herself as a woman, the whole balance of the family is upset. Look at that, an encore film for an older woman. That sounds great. I've not seen it. I've not even heard of it, but it's part of their contemporary classics line, and it's probably like $20. It's probably only, Francois Fabian, interesting. It's only $20. Yeah, $20 on Amazon right now, or you can get it in the upcoming Kino Lorber sale. That is apparently coming at the end of March. And then this last one here that I see that looks interesting from Culture Shock Releasing. I've never bought anything from Culture Shock Releasing, but they've got another double feature here, Assault of the Party Nerds and Assault of the Party Nerds 2 Blu-ray CD combo pack. What the world is this? Look at that. Look at that. No idea what these are, but you throw some original artwork on there, you throw a slipcover on there, and you can sell anything. You can sell anything to us collectors. There's the front without the slipcover, the original posters. Assault of the Party Nerds. Wow. I like the artwork, kind of. I like the little double feature banner there at the bottom. That's kind of fun. Late Night Classics from Culture Shock Releasing. There we go. That's it. That's everything for the night. Got a couple other little TV things down here. Apparently they're re-releasing the Super Mario Steelbook on 4K. If anyone wants that, if anyone who didn't get that still wants that, that's getting a re-release this week. But that's all the new stuff. We've covered everything big. We got Kino Lorber, we got Criterion, we got some big studio flops, and some fun Steelbooks. So a pretty balanced week. Let me know in the comments and in the live chat what your favorite releases of this week, what you're most looking forward to. I'd say for me, if you're asking me, no one is, but I will say, I guess The Power of Myth. The Power of Myth, since my audience thinks I will love it and I'm very intrigued by it, I'm going to add that to my wish list on Amazon. And I'm going to throw Ages of Fear 4K because I don't know if I want to upgrade that or not. I want to keep that. I also don't own Akira yet, which is kind of embarrassing. So maybe I should get the Akira 4K. That if I see that at Walmart, I'll probably pick that up. If I see that one out in public. But yeah, pretty cool week. Low-key week. We got a lot of stuff coming out next week, of course. Big week for physical media, but this week was nice. Nice, pleasant. It's good. We're coming back into it. It's good to have a nice slow week on the week back. All right. We've got 20 or 30 minutes left on the program. Let me devote all of my attention to you guys for the rest of the show, and then I got to get back to editing. I just shot a video right before I started recording. A bunch of stuff over here on my shelf. On my shelf? No, on my desk. Right here. So I'm going to get back to editing after this, but let's talk. Let's talk movies for a little bit longer. We've got Mark's movie menu. I still have the Basic Instinct Ice Pick from the DVD. Wow. Well, that's a good question. Do you guys hang on to your DVDs? I have not. I got rid of all my DVDs, but I didn't have many. I know for some people that collected DVDs from the beginning, they had a ton and it's hard to get rid of. I only had a handful. I started collecting basically when Blu-ray started, so it was easy for me to upgrade and get rid of. I only had 20 maybe, if that. So I don't have any DVDs left, but I know some people, well, I do have DVDs that movies that don't have Blu-rays, which is a crime, but other than that, I don't collect DVD anymore. Shout Factory released an awesome looking 4K disc for Tommy. Oh, interesting. Thanks, Baloney. Evil Wax in Bruges is great, but Punch Drunk Love is one of my all-time favorites. I got to watch that one. Still haven't seen it. I got to check it out. I'm glad I've held off because now I got a nice 4K to grab. Carrie Witt, In Bruges is underrated. I'm grabbing the Kino when the sale hits. That's what I have. I got the Kino 4K back there, and it looks wonderful. And it's great. It's so good. If you don't know, it is Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell, and their first like duo with Martin McDonagh. Before they came back later and did Banshees, but they did In Bruges first. It also has Ralph Fiennes, who is amazing in it. He's so much fun. Great bad guy. Great bad guy. Michael Smith, there is a much more clever use of the slipcover for BI, but they would never do it. BI. What is... Now I got to decipher what BI is. What is BI? The heck is BI? I don't know. Oh, Basic Instinct. Oh, I got it. Basic Instinct. Interesting. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't think they're going to do it. I was thinking BFI, which has got me way off on the wrong track for what he was talking about. Internet user, what are your overall thoughts on last night's Oscar winners? I am the wrong person to ask. I have no thoughts. I didn't even see all the Best Picture noms this year. I can say I saw Sing Sing, and it was wonderful. Easily, definitely my favorite movie of the year. I haven't seen much. I think I only saw like 14 movies last year. It was pretty pitiful. I mean, I watched a lot of movies last year, but only 14 from last year. So yeah, I am not the person to ask about that. I have no thoughts. Eva Wax, what were your favorite Oscar movies from the past year? Again, none. I really liked Sing Sing. I really liked The Substance. And that might be about it. I don't think anything else really landed for me. It was not a good year for me. I think that's about it. I really like Sing Sing though. Sing Sing was great, and The Substance, I really enjoyed. Those were great. That's my two. But no like 4.5s this year. I usually have like a bunch of 4.5 movies that I'm really excited about. 2023 was a great year. I had a ton of movies I loved in 2023. But I didn't have a lot of favorites this year. Carrie Witt. Oh, here we go. Assault of the Party Nerds, Revenge of the Nerds via Temu. Yeah, that's what I was like, what is this? I don't know what this is. I just lost the chat. I hate when that happens. Okay. Carrie Witt. I might get that Power of Myth or Akira. Oh, good. So we're on the same page. On the same page. Of course, Sam Smith says Akira is a masterpiece. I know. Embarrassing. Eva Wax, my favorite Oscar movie in no particular order were A Real Pain, The Substance, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, and The Brutalist. Yeah. I saw some of those. I didn't get a chance to see Complete Unknown, which I was interested in, and I didn't get a chance to see The Brutalist. So, saw the other ones, though. Oh, yes. And Eva Wax says, I haven't caught Nickel Boys yet, but I really want to see that. Yes, that was another one that I really wanted to see. I hate that I didn't get a chance to see that one. It didn't really get any love last night anyway, though. Carrie Witt, I have DVDs, but I rarely bring them out outside the OOP ones, which is sadly plentiful. Prisms Collection Corner also purchased The Falcon and the Winter Soldier Blu-ray Steelbook. Also, what made you choose to organize your movies by color? Still waiting for your musical collection. It's a kind of a long, well, it's not really a long story. I can tell it. We used to live in a tiny little townhouse, and the only shelves in the whole house, the only place we could put the collection was like in the living room, like right in the middle of the living room, because there was like these built-in shelves that were already there when we moved in. So we had to put the movies there. The collection was much smaller, way smaller back then. I tried to dig up a picture or something. But so we had to put it in the living room. So we were just trying to make it look aesthetically pleasing. So we put them by color. It was like me and Grace together, decided to do that. And then it just stuck. It just stayed that way. We moved them into our next house, and we had like, you guys might know some of my earlier videos where we had in the other house, we had the shelves behind me in the playroom. So we had them in there, and then we built this house. We didn't build this house. When we moved into this house, we built these shelves and just kept it going. So yeah, it was just kind of out of necessity, because we didn't want this big ugly like mess of movies in our living room. So we we put them by color, and it's, I don't know, just a fun thing. Brent, I found the Decalogue on DVD at a thrift store for about $3. Picked it up. I have the Criterion Blu-ray. Interesting. So you got the DVD of it. I just started my Decalogue journey. I watched the first Decalogue 1 last week, and it blew me away, and I am going to have to slow down on those. I was expecting, they're only 50 minutes. I can just breeze through these. Nope. Can't breeze through them. They give you like a existential crisis whenever you watch one of those. So I'm going to have to space them out. Because that first one was heavy. And, oh man, it sent me on a spiral. But loved it. Amazing. Kieslowski is a genius. Definitely check out the Decalogue if you haven't. I've only seen one, but I'm already recommending it because it was amazing. Let's see. Evil Wax. Also, Sing Sing was stellar. Coleman Domingo's performance was second to none. Yeah, he's wonderful. I would have given it to him, but like I said, I haven't seen the Brutalist, so I don't know. He would have done a shorter speech, though. We can all guarantee that. Prisms, also due to my vision impairment, I don't notice much different between DVD to Blu-ray to 4K. I only get Blu-rays for fan edits or bonus features. Okay, well that stinks, but hey, you can save money, though. You don't have to buy 4Ks. 4Ks are outrageously expensive these days. Baloney, I hold on to my DVDs. One of the reasons is a lot of them have great Easter eggs. That's true. We used to do Easter eggs. I remember like one of the first big DVD like box sets I got was the Spider-Man 2 box set. And it had like it had a couple weird Easter eggs. One of them was like Alfred Molina doing the dance from, he was in a musical he was in a musical at the time. And he was doing a dance with like the puppet arms. Fiddler on the Roof. I think he was doing a song from Fiddler on the Roof. It was just, I don't even remember where it was. I just like stumbled across it one day when I was just clicking through. That was fun. Easter eggs were fun. We don't do that anymore, I don't think. Michael Smith says Adrian Brody is still talking. Yeah, that was ridiculous. That was crazy. Carrie Witt, love that Anora cleaned house. Great timing for Criterion. Yeah, they played that really well. I mean, that worked out perfectly for them. Dan Stan, you said you liked Anora. I did like Anora. I'm just saying he asked like my favorite of the year, so I was trying to give him like ones that I really, really loved. But I liked Anora. It was cool. Robert Rogers, great question. What movie did nothing for you on your first watch, but for some reason suddenly became something you loved on a second watch? One of mine is Napoleon Dynamite, LOL. I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite. Now, Napoleon Dynamite's one of those movies that came out when I was in high school and like everybody was talking about, and I never saw it. Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. Both of those came out when I was in high school, or early high school maybe, and everybody was talking about it, but I never saw those. I should go back and watch those, though, especially Napoleon Dynamite. I feel like that's from that indie era of 2000s films that I would really like. But a movie that I didn't like at first and gave another chance. I say this all the time, and I just watched it recently, and it got even better on a third viewing. It is The Grand Budapest Hotel. I don't know what I was smoking the first time I watched it, but we watched it the year it came out, Grace and I, the year that it was nominated, and we checked it out. And I had never seen, I think it was only my second Wes Anderson movie. I had seen Moonrise Kingdom, and I loved it, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for Grand Budapest, and we were like confused, and it might have just been the mood we were in. I don't know. Might have been expectations going in, but we didn't love it, and we were kind of confused. Then later, years later, I had to give it another chance because I love Wes Anderson. He's one of my favorite directors, and it was amazing. It was great. I loved it the second time. Jumped way up. I think I gave it a 4 that second time, and then we just watched it a few weeks ago because I watched it actually in preparation for the winter video that I did on the channel, and it was even better. I gave it 5 stars. It's a 5-star movie for me now. So yeah, you got to give movies second chances sometimes because so much of it is based on expectations and even the mood you're in. I don't know. That's what I find. I find there's just sometimes nowadays what I'll do is if I'm just not feeling it, like if I'm really not enjoying a movie, I'll just turn it off because I don't want to, I don't know. If I'm really not into it, I'll just turn it off and go and try it again another day because I don't want to color my expectations for future watches. If I'm just in a really like tired, if I'm tired, a lot of times if I'm really tired, I just won't be that engaged, and I'll just turn it off, and I'll give it another chance another day because I want to give it its due. So That's the biggest example I can think of. I'm trying to think of another. Maybe I'll think of another one as we talk, but that definitely happened to me. So Napoleon Dynamite was yours. Interesting. Mark's movie menu. Are you getting a Nora from Criterion? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't feel the need to watch it again. I think my Grace really liked it, so she may pick it up. I don't know, but it's not at the top of my list. Carrie Witt, I like Brutalist, Substance, Sing Sing, and Anora. Yep, those are the big ones. Sing Sing didn't get a lot of love, but the other three. Evil Wax, Sing Sing was terrific. Talbot, speaking of kids movies, last year they announced The Land Before Time 4K. Whatever became of that? I didn't even hear that announcement. That's pretty cool. Was it a standard? Or was it a studio release? Or was it... Because Eureka just did a Blu-ray release. It wasn't a 4K, but it was a Blu-ray release of Secret of Nim, which is also a David? What's his name? His name's not David. Don Bluth. What am I talking about? Don Bluth film. Secret of Nim is his first film, and then he did... Was Land Before Time second? Or was Land Before Time third? I think he did American Tail first. I think that was his first Spielberg collaboration. And then Land Before Time, if I'm remembering the timeline right. I would absolutely buy a Land Before Time 4K. I love Don Bluth. He's great. And I just recently watched Secret of Nim when I got the Eureka. I wish they had done a 4K, but it's still cool. Still cool that they put it in the Masters of Cinema series. Baloney, A Complete Unknown was overlooked last night too. It deserved awards. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I haven't had a chance to see it. But yeah, it didn't. I don't think it got anything last night. It got totally shut out? Sheldon, I was shocked to see The Substance at my local Walmart a couple weeks ago. Picked it up, but haven't watched it yet. Yeah, they've got a movie release. I've seen the Blu-ray at Walmart. I haven't seen the 4K at Walmart, so I didn't pick it up. I'm waiting to see the 4K. I'm probably just gonna have to break down and buy it off Amazon. But I heard like a lot of horror stories, like people weren't getting their Amazon copies, or they were showing up like super late, or they were like canceled their pre-order. Like a lot of issues with Amazon. So I'd like to buy it from Walmart, but I don't think my Walmarts are ever gonna have it. They never have 4Ks. What else are people saying? Oh, Miss Sharon, I want to read this. The Substance was by far my favorite of the Oscar movies, followed by Wicked, Different Man, Wallace and Gromit, Nickel Boys, Brutalist, Flow, and I'm still here. Yes, I need to see Flow. I haven't seen Flow yet. It's on Max, but I'm kind of waiting till it comes out from Criterion, but maybe I'll watch it on Max. Brent, yeah, after Twin Peaks, The Return Decalogue is my favorite series ever, followed closely by Fanny and Alexander. Those are some heavy hitters, man. That's some heavy stuff. Carrie Witt. I still haven't seen the Fanny and Alexander series. I watched the movie version last year. Eventually, I'd like to watch the full series, though. Carrie Witt, I'm going to pick up the A24 release of Sing Sing. Cool package per usual. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's one that I'm going to need to own and rewatch. It's a very special movie, though, and I think if I see that A24 release at Barnes & Noble, I probably will end up picking it up because those are really cool releases. And I love the movie, so I probably should support it. Ethan, a lot of 4Ks like Rio Bravo and Giant are so bare bones. You have to keep the Blu-rays for extras. Yeah, that's really annoying. That's actually a really good point. That's annoying why can't they just port over, at least stick the Blu-ray in there? Unless it's completely out of print, I guess. They don't want to reprint, but yeah, that sucks. I guess I've never really done that, I guess. I think what I might do is like get a 2-disc case and just stick the Blu-ray in there and toss the Blu-ray case, save some space. That's probably what I do. Ethan Edwards, Napoleon Dynamite is good, Nacho Libre is not. Good. Thanks for saving me some time on that one. Mark's movie menu. Orbit DVD delivered my order of the 2024 4K restoration of Bernardo Bertolucci. I'm going to butcher that name, so I'm just going to say Bernardo's Bertolucci's 2003 film The Dreamers, although I've seen this film many times, and it's way better than it was the time before. Interesting. That's pretty cool. I haven't been on Orbit in a while. I need to go back to Orbit and pick up some things. Baloney, suspend reality and expectations when watching movies, and you will enjoy them much more. Oh, absolutely. Of course. Yeah. It's hard to do sometimes, though. What else? Secret of Nim, American Tail, Land Before Time, all dogs I want on 4K. Give me the PG cut. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, it would be great if we just got like a box set of all, well, not of all Don Bluth stuff, but maybe his first, I would say first 5, like Secret of Nim, American Tail, Land Before Time, all dogs, and then Anastasia. I know there's some big Titan AE fans. I haven't seen that one yet, but I wasn't a big fan of Thumbelina. And I don't know anyone that likes the troll in Central Park. Is that what it's called? But those first 5 are classics, and that'd be awesome. Henry, did you bring up any magic from your adventures? Did I bring up any magic from my adventures? What does that mean? Did you bring up any magic from your adventures? I don't know what this means. But I did not. I don't think. What the heck does that mean? Are you talking about, I don't know what you're talking about. You're going to have to follow up. I need a follow-up question to that. No Borders, Flow is on Max. Yeah, I said, it's on Max. I haven't watched it yet. We haven't really much time to watch movies lately. I've been out of the loop. Ethan Edwards, when I ordered Le Mépris on 4K, they sent me the 4K in one case and just give you the standalone Blu-ray release in a separate case for the extras. Interesting. That's super weird. Well, it's not too expensive to buy 2-disc cases. You can get some extra 2-disc cases and just throw it in there. Ooh, Mark watched Flow on Max, loved it, great story, amazing. They were able to do it without dialogue. I love that kind of stuff, so I'm excited to check it out. Carrie Witt, DJ, I do exactly what you do. What you get a 2-disc Arrow-style case and pop the Blu-rays in there. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. There's a couple, like, especially when you get, like, crossover, there's a couple, like, really nice Arrow Academy box sets that have, like, huge booklets that I want to get. But then, like, Criterion has already released a 4K. So, like, someday I'd like to mix and match and, like, make my own definitive box set of those and get the 4K discs in there with all of the Arrow Academy booklets and supplements and everything. I just got to figure out, I got to figure out a good place to get cases from. I got a good place to get clear cases from because I've picked up some of those for my Kino Lorbers and Cohen Media Group. But yeah, it's not too hard. You can just Amazon or eBay and just find cases. They're not that expensive. You can get them for like 50 cents a case or something. Or maybe it's not that cheap. I don't know. Maybe it's $1 or $2 a case. Internet user, I'm thinking of picking up Workmeister Harmonies during the Criterion Flash sale. I cannot recommend or not. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I almost watched it the other night. I actually took it. I almost popped it in, but it was a little too long. It was a little too long for the amount of time I had. I didn't realize it was like almost 3 hours. So I had to watch something shorter. I think that might be the time I watched Decalogue, but I'm looking forward to it. It's high up on my short list. Played out. I'll have to rewatch Honora. I must be missing something. Okay, so not everyone loved it as much as most people. No Borders internet user. Workmeister is so good. Got it. Saw the 4K DCP in theaters. Isle of Dogs on Criterion 4K. Wonder why this isn't a thing already. Yeah, what's going on with that? We've been held up on that one for years. We haven't got a Wes Anderson release in the Criterion Collection for a long time. And I thought that was going to start happening quicker once they were bought by their most recent owner. It seemed like that was going to, but it didn't work. It didn't work. Henry, did you bring home any magic from Magic Kingdom? It was fun. It was a really good time. The kids had never gone. That was their first time. I've only been like once before, but they really liked it. We rode all the big rides, the Peter Pan ride, the Winnie the Pooh ride, the Snow White coaster is really, really cool. It's just a lot of waiting in lines. They need to figure out their like you don't get the fast passes anymore. Last time we went, it was like it was called the Genie thing, and you could get easier. You could get it easier. Nowadays, it like goes to the people staying on property first, and then by the time it got to us, like there was no spots available, so we had to just wait in line. But the kids were great. They super patient. They never complained. So it was easy. It was just kind of exhausting, just waiting in hour-long lines all day long. But It was worth it. It was great. We got to do pretty much all the rides that we wanted to. We went to Magic Kingdom one day, and then we went to Epcot the second day, which has some stuff for the kids. We did like half a day with the kids, and then my parents took the kids, and then me and Grace got to do the adult Epcot stuff afterwards. Got to drink around the world and do all the really cool city stuff. It was great. It was such a good time. It was a whirlwind. It was like just 2 packed days and then like a long drive home, but it was fun. I totally enjoyed it. It was great. Would recommend. It's expensive though. It's stupid expensive. Baloney, instead of getting another case, buy a pack of plastic sleeves and put the DVD in the Blu-ray 4K case. I've definitely done that before. There's a couple like of my first DVDs that I ever owned that I, for some reason, have a hard time getting rid of. So I just like put them in a plastic sleeve and just stick it in that little, inside the Blu-ray case with the little clips. So I've done that a couple times. So I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we're on the same page. Brent, I have the Criterion Blu-ray of Red River queued up to watch after this stream. First time watching, exciting. Love Howard Hawks. So cool. Well, hey, I'll get out of here quickly so you can go ahead and get onto that. Magnitude Rev, sorry for being late. Just wanted to say I am beyond ecstatic about Anora's Best Picture wins and other wins. Also loved No Other Lands win, documentary feature, and Flo's win for animated feature. Yeah, I was really happy that Flo won, even though I haven't seen it. But I'm excited that for 2 years in a row, it's been like a smaller release that's won the animated Best Picture, because I was tired of Disney and Pixar winning every single year, especially after they stopped putting out great movies. So I'm glad. I'm really glad that Flo won. That's very promising for the future of animated features, international animated features. Baloney, hey, there's something wrong with my coffee cup. It's empty, so I have to restore the coffee level. Good night, everyone. Good night, Baloney. Have a good night. I hope... are you going to sleep or are you drinking coffee? Which one is it? You're confusing me. Dan's Den is talking evil. Carrie Witt, yeah, Disney's Genie app for planning and lines is absurd. I'm glad I took my 3 kiddos the year before they launched all that. Yeah, it's not great. They need to figure it out. But it was February, so it wasn't too crazy. But, lines are still long. Jeffrey Patron going to head out for the night to watch Prague Nights. Oh, 1969. A Deaf Crocodile release. I just got a couple Deaf Crocodile releases back there in the mail. I need to open those. The 2 new ones, Gwen and the double feature of the German sci-fi movies. Got to watch those and get a review up for you guys soon. Stay tuned for that. Dwayne The Rock Hudson, I have to pick a theme for my movie club for this month. Any ideas? It can't be Irish movies, unfortunately. There's a no national criteria rule. Oh, interesting. Yeah, guys, help them out. March theme movies. What do we got? We got Irish movies. We got St. Patrick's Day. What else is in March? We got Lent. Anyone? Religious films, Catholic films, sacrifice films. You could do that. You could do, there's a lot of good stuff you could do for that. St. Patrick's Day is not necessarily a national thing. I don't think there's any good St. Patrick's Day movies. You could just do films about luck in general. You could go very generic with it. How many movies are you watching? How many movies do you have to come up with? I need some criteria for this. But yeah, March films. Interesting. Well, hopefully some people will give you some good recommendations in the chat. I was actually thinking about this earlier because I'm thinking about what videos I want to do this month. I can't do Irish films again. And I was thinking about what I want to change my top 4 to, because I change my top 4 like every month on Letterboxd, and I want to change it for March. I haven't done that yet, and it's already March 3rd, so I'm going to have to figure that out. So yes, help out Dwayne and help me out as well. Michael Smith, for all the box sets where they put the discs in those tight sleeves like the Pasolini set, I take them out. So annoying. Pasolini Passover. We could do that this year. I think that's April though. Yeah, that's end of April. So Lent starts in March and then goes through till April. So yeah, that's not going to work, but there's some stuff you could do. Benra, so happy about I'm Still Here for international film. Fernanda Torres' performance was incredible. Carrie Witt, I won the Oscars predictions at a party last night. I went 11 for 12 and won the deluxe edition of Midsommar. What do you mean 11 for 12? Isn't there like 23 awards? I guess you were maybe not doing the smaller ones. Grace did pretty good. Grace won at our house. She got 17, correct? And I think I think John and Sharon tied at like 15, if I can't remember. I didn't fill out a ballot, but yeah, Grace did pretty good. I would have done terribly if I would have tried. Evil Wax. Insomniac says family-friendly Criterion releases, LOL. I don't know if he's joking or if he didn't see the beginning of the show, because we talked about a lot of those at the beginning. So scroll back and watch through. Evil Wax, I really want to see I'm Still Here, but it looks like it would be pretty dark. Dwayne says we watch one movie a week. Okay, so you need a theme with 4 movies. Michael Smith says films with Frederick March. That's actually pretty good. There you go. Oh, Ethan Edwards says Hoosiers is a good March film. You could do basketball. You March Madness. Yeah, do basketball films. That's what Carrie Witt also says, basketball movies. Kevin House, Easter is sometimes in March. It is sometimes in March, but this year I think it's in April. I was looking at that earlier. Fernanda Torres and her mother had the most nuanced and compelling performance this year, says No Borders. Ethan Edwards, Easter is like a full month later this year than it was last year. Yeah, Easter's weird. The way we figure out Easter is weird. Evil Wax, you should look up movies that have March in the title and watch those. Bailey Walsh says Hudson, spring coming of age, a particular decade, Oscar-nominated films or winners of all time, or any award ceremony. Spring movies is good. Spring starts in the middle of March. You could do spring movies. That works. Mark's movie menu. What happened to Musical March? Did you see all of them last year? It was Musical May, Mark. It was Musical May. So we may do that again. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do that again or not. But we still got a couple months to prepare for that if we do decide to do that again. Dan's Den, I'm Still Here has dark subject matter, but it's really beautifully executed. And of course, Henry throwing in Hoop Dreams. Hoop Dreams. Anytime basketball movies come up, you got to go with Hoop Dreams. I'm going to drink some water because I finally have gotten to a stopping point in the chat. Oh, and here it comes. It's back. Internet user, time to put in Funny Girl. Oh, absolutely. If we do Musical May, we'll have to throw in Funny Girl because we still haven't had a chance to watch it. There's so many. Not so many. There's a few that we picked up towards the end of last year that we haven't had a chance to watch yet. And Funny Girl is one of the ones that Grace was really excited about. So we should watch that soon. Dwayne says, thanks everybody for all the great ideas. I'll mull it over and update you next week. Good. Keep us in the loop. I would love to have a movie club here. I guess I would have to start like a Patreon or something to do something like that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff I got to do. But I'd love to watch a movie with you guys like once a month and talk about it. That'd be fun. I don't know if I do it live or if we would just, I don't know. I'll think about it. That'd be fun. Ethan Edwards says Hoop Streams is a masterpiece. Yes. Heard it. Mark says daylight savings on Sunday. We get an extra hour to watch movies. Yeah, you can use it for that. I might use it for sleep. Hoop Dreams and Hoosiers for March and Gene Hackman. Yes, you could do Gene Hackman movies. That'd be a good one. That's appropriate. Michael Smith says March Madness, Blue Chips, Hoop Dreams, Hoosiers, and Air Bud. Air Bud, so sad. Wow, crushed me as a kid. Internet user says R.I.P. Gene Hackman and his... Yeah, what's the deal with that, guys? Why is it so suspicious? And the dog. The dog, too. Do we know? Is there an investigation or anything? That was weird. SLC Streisand gives one of the greatest musical comedy drama performances in Funny Girl. Really hyping it up. Kevin House, Honora had much to recommend it, but I thought they overdid it with the constant F-bombs. The first half of that movie is very loud. Very, it's a lot. But at like the 50-minute mark, it started to win me over, and I was like, oh, okay, this is just pretty cool. Robert Rogers, spoiler, but we lose an hour. Spring ahead. Oh yeah. Oh no. Wow, you really burst Mark's bubble there. Jeez. Carrie Witt, I'm in the middle of a Gene Hackman rewatch-a-thon. Okay, cool. So you're doing it. Prime Cut, Conversations, Scarecrow, and French Connection, etc. I was actually weirdly, for no apparent reason, watching the trailer for I can't even think of it right now. What is it called? What is the Gene Hackman disaster movie called? I'm going to get it. Poseidon Adventure. Yes. I was watching the trailer for Poseidon Adventure, and then I found out the news. Like, so I guess I got to watch Poseidon Adventure. I've never seen it, but let me know. Let me know if I should watch it out, if I should check it out. Michael Smith, the dog died because it was in a crate and couldn't get out. Jeez. Oh, that's very dark. I'm sorry I brought it up. Sorry, guys. Bailey Walsh, thought about starting a movie club myself. I'm part of a few groups, movie clubs, and they are always so fun and a highlight of my month. Mark's Menu's very upset about losing an hour. Sorry, man. You were so hopeful. You were so hopeful, and he just ripped the rug out from you. I'm sorry. Ethan says Poseidon Adventure is a lot of stupid fun. Okay, sweet. It looks fun. It's got Grandpa Joe in it. There's always a solid reason. Let's wrap this up. What do we got? Yeah, we'll wrap it up. Last couple minutes here. Throw in your last questions. Gosh, this went by quick. I completely lost track of time. We're already at almost 10:30 here. Ben Russ, anyone seeing Mickey 17? Looking forward to it. Yeah, that looks fun. Is that coming out? When is that coming out? Very soon? Very soon, I'm wondering? This week? Is that why you're asking? Or is it just coming out this month? Robert Rogers says Poseidon Adventure is great. Poseidon Adventure is a blast. Great cast and story. Michael Smith, you could watch Click and rewind the hour. Robert Rogers says Poseidon Adventure has great practical effects. Yeah, that's what I got from the trailer. The trailer's really long, by the way. People complain about trailers these days. The original trailer for Poseidon Adventure is like 3.5 minutes long. It was showing the entire story. It was crazy. Sheldon also thinks I should watch the Poseidon Adventure. Gene Hackman did admit he played that role for the money. Mickey 17 is this weekend. And Carrie Witt says, has anyone seen the trailer for Electric State? I'm super interested. All right. Well, we're just talking about trailers at this point. I think the show's run its course. We're done for the day. Hopefully you learned something new. Hopefully you got some new stuff on your wish list. I'm going to be looking into The Power of Myth and maybe picking up Akira. I don't know if I'll get that version or maybe a different version. Either way, it's a solid reminder to pick up Akira because I still don't have it. And that's the show. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to you guys as always. Getting back into it is going to be fun this week. I got a video coming out hopefully tomorrow if I can get this edited. Maybe not. That's the other thing. Work's has been crazy this week, so I have had no time. I've been working a ton. So we'll see. I'll get it out as soon as I can for you guys, and I've got a bunch of videos already shot that I need to edit and get out for you guys. But we'll be back next week doing this again, talking about new movies for you guys. And in the meantime, keep collecting, and I'll be back again with another one real soon.